It's always great to get to know our member organizations and hear their story of how they got to where they are now. One such great example today features Janet Kaiser, the owner and CEO of Kaiser Manufacturing and Design. Janet, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to talk about your company, ISSA, a little bit about our partnership, but first and foremost, it's all about your company, Janet. So share a little history, how you got here, the interesting facts that maybe we don't know about.
Well, the Excel Metal Products was started by my grandfather, Joe Goldberg, back in 1933. We are celebrating 90 years in business. And when I took the company over in 2007, we changed the name to Excel Kaiser. But meanwhile, my grandfather was a motion picture projectionist back in the day of silent movies, and he operated projectors, he operated stage equipment, and developed lighting systems for stage, for live theater, and for the movie theaters. So he eventually got into making product for the theaters, for the foyers, hallways, entranceways, and at that time, for the most part, it was cigarette trash receptacles, stand urns and wall urns and the like. So over the years, my father took the business over, and my brother working by his side. They transformed the business into the product of the day, which became eventually what we make today, which is the majority of product waste and recycling receptacles for indoor and outdoor public spaces. I worked in the business as a kid, but eventually, after going to school and going to college, I came back and joined the family business and worked in it, and eventually was able to take it over. Probably would be surprising to my grandfather that we would still be running it today. So we've changed with the times, and we've had a long life, and expect to have a longer life.
Well, 90 years is a long time. Congratulations. So you
Thank
just,
you.
that's this year, right?
Yep.
Congratulations. As you know, ISSA is at 100 years. So we've got you beat by 10.
Yeah. Well, you're always going to have us beat by 10.
I guess so. But good. And I love to hear the family story. I mean, that's nice. Your grandfather, your father, yourself, family business the whole time. So that's a nice story as always to share. Let's talk about you're an ISSA member organization for several years
Mhm.
now. Can you speak to the value of that, what that means to your company?
Well, it's important as a manufacturer of products for the Jan-San industry that we're able to reach our distributor customers through the avenue of the ISSA. I can remember the ISSA show from many, 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 many years ago, long before I took over the company. It helps us reach our unique audience in the Jan-San industry, and it's a wonderful resource for industry trends, keeping up with regulations, and certainly the networking opportunities provided through the organization, and particularly through the trade show, which we look forward to every year.
Let's talk about your company and what makes it unique or different in the industry because there's many companies that make products. What about XL Kaiser?
Well, we maintain our industry-leading lead times in shipping 10 business days or less. We have a domestic production facility here in Illinois, outside of Chicago, so we manufacture everything in-house. We've evolved in our manufacturing processes to include quite a bit of automation, robotics, and laser work. And we are able to customize with little impact on our lead times. We have our own marketing team that accommodates customers' artwork and developing the artwork, working with them to develop the right kind of artwork. We have an engineering team that works on developing new products as well as fixing, tweaking, working on the old products to find economies and better ways to make them, to provide a very high quality product for the industry.
Now, Janet, I see in the background, I see some recycling cans, some symbols, some graphics that tells me you must believe in sustainability and all of that.
We
Talk about
do.
that. What does that mean to your company?
Well, we provide closed loop recycling solutions for our customers. Our products are made from recycled materials. All of our products contain a minimum of 30% recycled materials. And at the end of life, our products are completely recyclable. They are made out of majority steel, stainless steel, and aluminums. It allows our distributor customers to provide their customers with the same message. Our distributors can help, we can help them, and they can set up solutions for their customers to be successful in their recycling programs. So the end user is able to provide a sustainable message to include waste and recycling receptacles at the end of the day.
So very important today when you think about that, what you're doing. I imagine that's something that has developed much under your watch.
Well, because it's a more current trend, and obviously, there's careers in sustainability now. There didn't used to be. We've seen it evolve through the shows and through the ISSA show, the people that come through. We saw when younger people were coming through representing organizations and they were these recycling manager, the sustainability manager. Well, that's really become a whole career path for people. So we see a lot more of these people coming through the show.
Let's talk about the industry itself. Now, Janet, I don't know, when you were a little girl, you thought, I want to be in this industry. Maybe. I don't know.
Didn't really know.
Didn't really know. But here you are. What's your favorite part of it?
Well, I've always loved manufacturing. I like seeing a product made. We used to just make products, designing them on the back of a napkin, more than likely. But now we've developed an engineering team who takes a look at all aspects of the product. We have a marketing and sales team that is researching the industry to see what's next, what's new, where we need to be, what kind of products we need to develop. We get a lot of feedback from the show. It's another advantage from the show. We get to touch, people get to touch the product. We get feedback, and we listen to them to hear what they're looking for next. I've always loved being in business and being part of the economic engine of this country. We're able to provide secure jobs, a secure future, and career paths for people. And so it's the people part, the manufacturing part, and then seeing the manufacturing develop from old manufacturing processes to new. It's just really exciting.
Yeah, I can tell you like what you do. That's evident.
Thanks.
Janet, business is often tough, but it's always competitive. I'm not involved in manufacturing, but I do see what's happening in the industry. Can you walk us through some strategies, some things your company has done to recognize that, to work with it, and to push through and remain competitive?
Well, when I took over the company in 2007, it was struggling a little bit. So we had to kind of reinvent the company and get back to our core products and do them well. So we got back on our feet by doing that. We have a board of advisors that we meet with quarterly. So it holds our staff and myself accountable to people from the outside. They could bring in their outside perspectives as well from a business standpoint. We also internally, we have a leadership team that we meet quarterly and once a year for annual planning, and specifically discuss products, what we're going to do to grow, where we need to be being innovative. So we involve the whole organization in the development of our products and what we're making and what we're about.
I'm hearing a lot of collaboration happening, sharing ideas, your leadership team down to writing ideas on napkins. So it's kind of cool to hear. Yeah, thank you for sharing those details. And it all comes down to our workers, our teammates, those that work for you. Can you talk about how you find the best people and maybe what you do to keep them?
Well, we try to stay local. We're manufacturing in an area, and we like people to be easy for people to come to work. So we try to stay local. We partner with some of the local community colleges as well. So, for example, every year we host an organization called the Gadget Girls. Those are girls in design and engineering. And a woman who runs a robotics program at this community college in their industrial trades program, she used to work for me when she was in high school. and she now runs a program, and she hosts a summer camp for girls 12 to 14 years of age, and we host them once a year for a plant tour. They're on a 2-week camp, and they come here to see how stuff is made, and then we have a little project for them to work on that they can take home. So we reach out locally for those kinds of activities. And we provide manufacturing for us is a clean environment. It's not what some people might think. So it's very clean. We have upgraded our offices so that we developed this nice showroom and conference area for customers. We're hosting customers and prospects and schools and local officials when the occasion arises. So we provide career paths and growth. And it's always a struggle finding people, but it's like fishing. You always have to do it because you never know when you're going to find somebody.
And when you have a good one, you keep them. So I'm sure that's
how
you're successful. Yeah, that's the goal. Let me ask you this question, thinking about the competitive nature again of business. If another company was looking in at yours, maybe a competitor, what would they see that they'd be like, I like that. I want to do that as well. Anything come to mind?
We are flexible. Our organization, we can turn on a dime. As I stated earlier, we do customization and we do it quickly because of the teams we have in place between the sales who brings it in, the marketing who helps design the product, gets customer approval, and our engineering team and our supply chain are at the same time working on procurement and costs and getting our estimates together so we can get the job quoted, we can secure it, and we can produce it generally in 10 days or less. When customization sometimes takes a little longer, but it doesn't really compromise the lead time very much.
I like that. One of your peers were asking you about ISSA membership. Should they do it? What would you tell them?
Well, if they're in this industry and they're making product for we consider it the Jan-San industry, janitorial, sanitary supply, etc. That it's for us, there's no other place that we can go to meet our distributor customers directly and where they could witness our products and speak to us in person. So it's a wonderful networking opportunity. I'll go back to what I said earlier. They provide what we need to know about the industry, what's going on.
My last question, then I'll let you go.
Okay.
What's next for your company that excites you the most?
Well, I love the product development aspect, and we plan to continue to innovate in that area. So the innovation and the team we put together is just, makes it very exciting to come to work and see what they're thinking about. We can react to the marketplace quickly as we're flexible and we do everything here. We didn't always have everything under roof, but we do now, and we really can manage our costs and our workforce and our ability to produce a product to the customer specs when they need it. As people continue to look for ways to be more sustainable, we can react and engineer and develop products to provide this industry.
Well, what a great company you have, Janet. Thank you for sharing the details today. And I think I'll see you at ISSA show.